How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to part 19 of Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep. We got a pretty big episode today. We're going to be going to two worlds today. Since it's obvious where this place is from the last part, from playing as Terra last, we are back in the Keyblade Graveyard. Looks like Vanitas has led Ventus to the Keyblade Graveyard, and I don't know what's going to happen. Let's see.
All right. What did you mean about Terra being a different person?
Exactly what I said, idiot. The Terra you know will be gone forever.
That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
Stupid or true?
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we have a boss fight. And it is Vanitas.
A Keyblade?
Good.
Now, this is one of those boss fights that can happen in a few ways. Either Ventus gets hit to the point where it'll trigger the cutscene to where something happens, or you eliminate a good portion of Vanitas' health to trigger the next cutscene. You don't get an alternate cutscene, you still get the same thing, which is Ventus getting knocked down by Vanitas, but there are two ways that can happen. There are two ways that can happen. Either Ventus loses a lot of health, or you get Vanitas' health down to a particular amount. And I get Vanitas' health down. I think it's right around there. So since I got his health down to that little point, now I've triggered the cutscene. And this always happens. You won't get an alternate version.
That really all you got? Man, you are worthless. I'd be going against the Master's orders, but so what? As far as I'm concerned, your job here is done.
Boom! And that's the end of Ventus' Story of Birth by Sleep. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you next time. We're playing as Aqua.
Don't worry, you're safe.
Wait a minute, I know that voice anywhere. Mickey! M-I-C-K-E-Y. M-O-U-S-E. And Mickey used Cure. So it looks like Ventus is back at it. But we've got a little partner for our remainder of this fight.
You got that. Keyblades are not something you use just to bully somebody around. Here, I'll show ya.
We both will.
Huh?
Alrighty. And now Vanitas doesn't regain any health. His health is just like it was when we knocked him out. And now we gotta take him out for good with the assistance of King Mickey. So let's do this. Now Mickey has a reaction command that you can use with him, but in this fight he doesn't use it, so it's just me doing what I do. And that's the end of Vanitas. I just kicked his ass.
You win. Consider yourself on probation.
So it looks like we won't be seeing Vanitas for a little while longer, but I think now's a good time for introductions.
What? Thanks for before. I owe you. The name's Ventus. What's yours?
I'm Mickey.
I see you've got a Keyblade.
Yup. I've been training under the great Young Sid. He found out the worlds are in trouble, and I sort of took off without telling him.
Well, that makes both of us. I ran off too.
All I have to do is think it, and the Star Shard will take me anywhere I want to go.
Now here's something interesting.
I would.
Terra, Aqua, and Ventus are using their Keyblade weapons and their armor to travel through space. But Mickey has this Star Shard that can easily take him to where he needs to go, and it can protect him while he's traveling in space.
Might not be an accident. Maybe it's
Unlike in the other Kingdom Hearts games where you're pretty much using a gummy ship. And I think it's time to leave the Keyblade Graveyard. That's right, folks. It's time to head back to Radiant Garden. And we got high jump, which will kind of come in handy. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so kind of like how I did it with Terra, I am dividing Radiant Garden into 2 parts. And I can honestly say that for Ventus, his part will end as soon as we beat Trinity Armor. Once we take Trinity Armor down, we trigger that cutscene, that's where I'll be cutting the first part of Radiant Garden, and we will conclude Radiant Garden in the next part. And that is actually the last part I have left to film before I can start uploading all these videos. But yes, we are back to Radiant Garden. And Ventus has a lot to explore in this world. Besides just one area, Ventus can go everywhere. Ventus is the first one to arrive, but he's also the last person to leave Radiant Garden.
Mickey?
So now that Ventus saw Mickey, he's got the incentive to go after him. But there are no unversed that you'll encounter throughout this time, so go ahead and go around this area and collect those 2 treasure chests. And at this point, ladies and gentlemen, I have completely maxed out Fire, Blizzard, Thunder, and Magnet. So nothing can stop me. Ventus for Radiant Garden does a lot of going back and forth, but it's at an okay pace. But he'll definitely deal with some enemies like Aqua will when she comes in here. That'll be just a little bit of a bother. And right now our objective is to find out where the heck did Mickey go? Where did the mouse go? We gotta find him. I hate these little guys with their stupid spinning attack. I hate it. And they can also confuse you, which is also stupid as well. Thank goodness they have a short amount of health, though. You can also find a little treasure chest right down this path over here. Essentially for Ventus, even though we're trying to find Mickey, Ventus is really heading towards the castle that's there in this world. So we're not exactly heading off to fight the boss just yet. We still have to do this first. Ventus won't go into the castle in Radiant Garden. We get up to the front door. But again, well, I mean, if you play Kingdom Hearts 1, you kind of get to see that. But still, it would have been nice to see what this castle looked like before, you know, certain things happen. Certain bad things that happen. So to trigger this next cutscene, you just have to start walking up the stairs. You won't be fighting anybody, but it'll trigger your incentive of what you need to do next. Hey, that guy looks familiar.
castle is presently closed.
But somebody just came this way. He's a friend of mine.
We aren't aware of any visitors. Now run along home, boy, before the monsters get you.
I could have sworn it was him. Huh?
There he is.
They're here.
Radiant Garden shall not fall under the likes of you.
Yeah. Leave this to me. Yeah.
Stop!
But you're just a child!
Hey, I'll take that. I'll take that back up.
Think we'll defend the castle.
And that guy looks familiar too.
But
It's right on the tip of my tongue.
Never you worry about him. He's a special case.
a what?
Evan is right. Lord and castle come first. The boy will have to fend for himself.
Which reminds me, his lordship was asking for you. A heart devoid of darkness, stripped clean of it at that. Very questionable.
Yeah. And after this cutscene happens and you go back down, you're gonna run into these guys. But nothing a couple third tier spells won't do. And now we have to make our way all the way to pretty much to where Terra was heading in his playthrough for this, because we got to go after Trinity Armor. But without taking care of some of these guys first. And now I kind of stall full because I want to use Magniga again, because we're going to encounter some of those bird unversed, and those guys could be a pain in the butt since they fly all over the damn place. Nothing a little shot lock could do. But yes, now you have to kind of head all the way to where Terra was essentially heading when he found out that Trinity Armor was here. Ooh, and I'm getting... Well, I guess I have the third command, but I guess I don't level up until this world. Oops! But it doesn't matter. My magic is still ferocious. Damn, I am unstoppable. All right, now we're going to encounter a very special character once we go through here.
Oh, how dare you! Back off, you fiend! Oh, you'll not be getting my money.
Look out!
I will.
Woo! If anybody gets that reference, you are indeed an awesome person.
Wait a moment, laddie. Don't I even get a
Now, if you guys remember from when we finished Trinity Armor off as Terra, Ventus got some unique passes to a very special place. But how did he get them? Well, we're going to find out.
Could you make it fast?
I know. I've just the thing in my hat. Come in. You can tell me, lad. You came here from another world, didn't you? Don't worry. The bill is sealed. Your secret's safe with me. I'll not be asking you any awkward questions. You see, 'tis the same with me. I asked a wizard named Merlin to bring me here from another world. After all, adventure is the mother of industry, eh? Eh?
Great. That all?
Ugh, but I'm holding you up, lad, eh? Here, these are lifetime passes to Disney Town. You little bucket.
So it looks like Ven got those Disney Town passes from Scrooge McDuck
There you are. Enough
from
of you
DuckTales.
and
Woo!
grown-ups.
It's a great show and you guys should watch it. It's on Disney XD. Also available on Disney Plus. And now we need to go back after Trinity Armor.
Ain't it all? Can't I get a moment's peace?
Mister, get inside. It's not safe out here.
Oh, ordering me about. Now that's unsafe. After all, I'm Merlin, the wizard. Oh, another scamp looking to wake the powers inside him. Is that it?
What? How'd you know?
We wizards have a knack for knowing such things. The book is inside on the table. You may have a gander if you like.
What book?
So just to kind of show this off, ladies and gentlemen, kind of like with what I did with Terra, I just show off the cutscene where Ven goes in there and he opens the book and we get the command board for Hunter Wood, but just, you know, it's a cutscene so everybody can see it. So now we're going to show it off as Ventus. We're not actually going in there, but you get to see him get sucked into the world. Bada bing, bada boom. Command board. Okay, let's get back to Trinity Armor.
Yeah. Freeze! Rah! Ah! Ah! Huh! Yeah! Ah! Gather!
Magnet and Thunder are quick ways to really get away with all your opponents. Like, if you're really just not in the mood to fight, I highly recommend using Magnet and Thunder. Because especially once you max those commands out, nothing will be standing in your way. But then, like I said, guys, I like to experiment when it comes to different attacks. I'm not really the magic type. Honestly, I'm actually not. I only really use a few magic spells when I'm actually playing this for fun. Because there are a lot of better commands that I like to use that take care of opponents. Especially with what you saw when we took on the final boss as Terra. Because I didn't have as much magic with him as I did in my good name, where I'm like at a higher level, that I did to try and beat his final bosses. But I think if I'm looking in characters that I would really only use magic for, it'd probably just be for Aqua, since she literally is like the master of magic. But I do experiment when I can, and that's one of the biggest things with this game is that you can customize your deck to play it to be at your playstyle. But yeah, I just do this because it's quick, it's fast. You guys get the point, and we can move on. Okay, so now we're almost at that point to where we're really closely behind Terra right now. So we're just going to make our way to that one spot, and we're going to take on Trinity Armor, but this time as Ventus. And I really don't have any other... Like, the best strategy that I can say for when you're trying to fight him is still do the same as what I did with Terra. Start off using your shot lock to deal that additional damage, and then once you do that, you'll be able to take him out really fast. God, I hate those bird unverse so much. They just fly around so high that sometimes you can't get them unless you're using fire or you can use your shot lock. And right now I'm waiting for Magnet to go back up so I can get him sucked in there. Fire spell, attack, moving on. Alrighty, let's go take on Trinity Armor. Again. For the second time.
Terra, Aqua.
So this looks familiar. Alrighty, let's take on Trinity Armor again. Round 2. But this time is Ventus. Start off with that shot lock. You'll be surprised on how much damage you'll be able to do. Oh, I think I took out the arms. Alright, so now you want to go for the body. And let's finish off the head. Ooh, that was close. And that does it for Trinity Armor once again. So I've got 3 minutes left of this part, ladies and gentlemen, so I'm going to go ahead and say thank you all so much for watching. In the next part, we will conclude Radiant Garden. There's not much we have to do in this world, especially for Ven, because since we already kind of know what happens at the end of this cutscene, Ven is going to go look for Terra, and then he's going to want to go and let Aqua know that Terra has left Radiant Garden so she can go on and catch up after him. But we will conclude Radiant Garden in the next part. Until then, thank you all so much for watching. Please enjoy the rest of this part, and I will see you for the next one. Have a good one, guys.
I got you these tickets.
For what?
Lifetime passes to Disney Town. He said to take 2 grown-ups.
You mean us? Listen to me, Ven. We need to get you home.
It's okay, Aqua. Trust me, that guy in the mask is history. He'll never badmouth Terra again.
You saw the boy in the mask?
Yes?
Vanitas. Ven. You let Aqua take you home.
No way. I want to go with you guys.
You can't. We have a dangerous task ahead of us. I don't want you to get hurt.
And what is this dangerous task, Terra? It doesn't sound like what the Master told you to do.
It might be a different route, but I'm fighting the darkness.
I'm not so sure. I've been to the same worlds as you, and I've seen what you've done. You shouldn't put yourself so close to the darkness.
Listen to yourself, Aqua. Terra would never...
You mean you've been spying on me? Is that what he said to do? The Master's orders?
He was only...
Aqua?
I get it.
Terra?
Just stay put! I'm on my own now, alright?
Terra, please, listen. The Master has no reason to distrust you, really. He was just worried.
You're awful, Aqua.
So now you know the truth. But the Master loves Terra. And you know that too.
Were you also ordered to take me home? Aqua, now that you're a Keyblade Master, you've let it go to your head. I'm gonna go find Terra. Heal!